guys, how are you doing? In today's video, I'm going to be reading to you this amazing spooky stories because I love ghosts and I think spooky stories are amazing. And Mystery is joining us in the video. And here's the book right here. And I'm going to put it over here for now to show you my baby son. Do you guys love him? He is a blue point Siamese cat. And we're going to be doing an ASMR readings sounds video for you guys. So he is super amazing and I love him so much, and I hope you enjoy this ASMR video. Okay, so basically he's gonna go over there and sleep, and we're gonna have a great time. Tingles, 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 tingles. Lots of relaxing tingles. Okay, so I'm gonna tap on the book first, and then I'm going to do some reading. You will probably see this book in many of my reading videos. So it's a reading series for the summer or whenever I want to, because I love reading. So this is called Scare Yourself Silly. Well, that's what the back says. It's really nice. Take a look at the back of it. Very cool. And then the front cover, very cool. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this. So I'll read the back of it. Scare yourself silly. Grab a flashlight, crawl under the covers, and dive into the twisted, unexpectable, hilarious world of Rowley Jefferson's imagination. You'll meet zombies, vampires, ghosts, and much more in these comical, terrifying tales. Spooky stories might leave you laughing, but beware, you could end up sleeping with the lights on. Super amazing. I just can't wait to read this for you, because you deserve it. Such an amazing book. I just love the cover. So amazing. And obviously I'm not going to read all the book because it comes basically so basically like there's just different stories in here. So I'm just gonna like obviously like read some of it. And I'll read the front cover. Awesome, friendly, spooky stories. So amazing. And I just love it so much. And I love you so much. You are so amazing. And yeah, so I just love this book. Once I saw it at the bookstore, I was like, oh my gosh, just love it. Okay, so such amazing cover. I just love it. And on the back, I just love it too. Because it's like a zombie and it's super cool. I love the trees It's super awesome. And it's gonna be one of my favorite books. So I'm in my bedroom right now. I have the whole basement as my bedroom now. And this is where I'll be doing all my videos. So yeah. Okay, so in this video it's tapping and whispering. So now I'm just gonna read to you guys my favorite book. So amazing. So yeah, and I hope you're having a great day. I always want everyone that watches my ASMR videos to have an amazing day, because you deserve that. So basically, it's like a spin-off. Basically, if you guys see like Diary of the Wimpy Kids books. So yeah, and then it has like different sections. But this one is a version of spooky stories, similar to Wimpy Kid's books. But then they do have different stories of the same thing, so it's like related. So, okay, I'm gonna read the titles and then I'll start reading for you. Okay, so Diary of a Wimpy Kid's books. Number 1, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Ron Rick Rules, The Last Straw, Dog Day, The Ugly Truth, Cabin Fever, The Third Wheel, Hard Luck, The Long Old School, Devil Down, The Getaway, The Meltdown, Wrecking Ball, The Deep End. So awesome, friendly, spooky stories. So I can show you the first cover. So this is the first cover, and it looks super amazing, and I love it so much. And I hope you're having an amazing day, which I probably already asked for that. So cool though, it's like a zombie right here, and that's really cool. It's like a zombie, and then there's the kid. So really cool, and I love the cover, the front and the back. So awesome, friendly, spooky story. So I'm gonna probably just read some of them for you, okay? So they're giving a little warning. So yeah. Okay, so reader, be aware. Boo, did that scare you? If it did, maybe you should put this book down and pick something else that's a little less scary. There are some good books about unicorns and puppies and other happy things that you can read until you're ready for a book like this. But if you like stories about skeletons and zombies and human heads, then crawl under the covers and turn the page. And if you get too scared, then you can always sleep in your parents' bed. But please don't tell them the reason you got spooked, because I really don't want them to be mad at me. I warned you. So that's what it is. They're giving a warning before you read the book. Wow. The changing. So there we go. There's a hand right there. So cool. Look at that hand. Is that like, I've never, wow. The creativity behind this book is very amazing. Wow, they did such an amazing job. So sorry. There once was a boy named Rowan, and Rowan was a happy child. He had 2 parents who loved him very much. He had lots of toys to play with. Sometimes Rowan would bring his toys to school and play with them at recess, but he stopped doing that after he got bullied by some jerks. Aww, grow up, you baby. And then they kicked his stuff. Oh, not good. That's what they did to him. So I'm just going to show you the cover. And again, I love this sand. It's super cool. What an amazing book. I actually seen Wimpy Kid, Diary of Wimpy Kid, and I thought it was super amazing. Okay. That made Rowan sad because he thought playing with toys was the best thing about being a kid. But Rowan's classmates didn't feel the same way. And they were always trying to act older than they really were. So they were like trying to act like they're cool and stuff. So, you know, obviously some kids want to act cool and they want to be like, I'm a cool kid. So that's what they look like. You can see the cover right there. They're trying to act cool. Like, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna read some more from this amazing book. One day when Rowan was in class, he felt a strange tickling sensation under his armpit. He didn't know what it was, so he asked his teacher, Mrs. Pennington, if he could please be excused to use the restroom. Super cool. When Rowan got to the bathroom, he took off his shirt and was shocked to see a single hair growing from the center of his armpit. Whoa, that's very interesting. Rowan didn't know what to do, so he put his shirt back on and returned to class. And when he sat down, he felt like everyone in the classroom could tell something was different about him, even Mrs. Pennington. Ooh, that's very interesting. So I can show you. So armpit ear growing, everyone's suspicious. And we have to see the book. What's gonna happen? Maybe I'll turn into a Sasquatch. Who knows, or a monster. When the final bell rang, Rowan ran all the way home. He knew his mother kept some tweezers in the bathroom, and he couldn't wait to use them to pull out that hair. But when Rowan took his shirt off, he could see it was too late for tweezers. Suddenly, hair started sprouting all over Rowan's body, and before long he was practically covered in it. See, is that cool? Like, wow, I've never seen that happen to a little boy. Okay, by now Rowan was totally panicking. He went through his parents' bathroom cabinet to see if there was anything that might help, and he found something he thought would do the trick. hair remover. Oh, I didn't really know people had hair remover. Well, I guess that makes sense. I have Nair, so Nair is like a lotion put all over your body to remove your hair. But and I use razors to shave my legs. But there's a reason kids shouldn't go poking around in their parents' bathroom cabinets, because 2 seconds after Rowan opened the bottle, it passed out from the fumes. Wow. Well, it doesn't cause you to pass out. It just causes you to feel nauseated. But yeah, here we go. I can show you this. There you go. You can see everything here. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. When Rowan woke up, he was in his bed. At first he thought maybe the whole thing was in the hair was just a bad dream. But one look at his arm told him wasn't growing. So I guess the fumes, you know what the fumes do. They made him high, and then he like fell asleep. Just makes you sleepy. So that's why he's in bed. He just fell asleep. So there you go. Now he woke up again. Okay. Rowan's parents walked into his room, and he was afraid they were gonna be mad at him for opening that bottle of hair remover without asking, but they didn't look mad at all. In fact, they seemed kind of happy. So there's parents, mommy and daddy, and their little baby son, and they're happy. They're not judging their son at all, and that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna read some more for you. Rowan's parents said they'd been waiting for this day for years, and it was time for them to have a talk. Rowan thought they had already had the talk when his parents told him how babies were made. Oh my gosh, they're talking about how babies were made. That's so shocking. I don't think you should really talk to your children about that until they get a little bit older. Anyways, so I'm gonna read some more, but they said this was a totally different talk. I wonder what's gonna happen next in that book. His parents said that sometimes when a child turns a certain age, their body starts to grow through a changing, and that made Rowan sad because he liked himself just the way he was. By now, Rowan thought he knew where this was heading. So he asked the question that has been on his mind all day. Am I becoming a man? That's what he said. Hey. Well, that made Rowan's parents laugh and laugh. So I hope you're enjoying this. And Rowan felt embarrassed because it took them a long time to stop laughing. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha. And they're laughing. So here you can take a look. They're laughing at him. Okay. After Rowan's dad wiped the tears from his eyes, he said Rowan was still a boy, but he was a different kind of boy. And when Rowan asked what he meant by that, his dad gave him some bad news. You're a werewolf, son. Oh, he's a werewolf. Shocking. Okay, there was a different this was definitely not what Rowan wanted to hear. But when Rowan's mom saw that worried and looked on her son's face, she said this was a day to celebrate. Because now he's not a little boy, he's a werewolf. And then, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna read some more for you. So I hope you enjoy the reading. Okay. So, Rowan's parents told him he came from a long line of werewolves. And sadly, the pictures on the staircase wall made a lot more sense to Rowan. So now he's noticing the wall at his house. So at his house, he saw these pictures. He had no idea that basically what this was until now. So yeah. Then Rowan's parents gave him some more bad news. They said they were both werewolves too. I don't think it's bad news. I think that's okay. Everyone's different. Rowan started remembering clues growing up that should have told him his parents were werewolves. But he guessed deep down he didn't want to admit the truth. So there's pictures of her mother shaving the father in different pictures. Because werewolves come out during the full moon, so that's why they're out. But it's a cool animation. I love the photos. And it looks nice. Then Rowan started crying. He said he just wanted to be a regular kid and have a normal life. But his parents said a werewolf could live a perfectly normal life as long as they kept on top of their grooming to hide who they really were from the rest of the world. Rowan didn't want to hide who he was, though he had always been taught to be yourself. And that's what he planned to do. That's such an amazing, thing, to be yourself instead of being someone else. But Rowan's parents told him there are ignorant people in the world who don't like anyone who's different. Well, guess what? It's okay to be different, because being different is not a big deal. And then there's an animation photo right there, which is again amazing. But yeah, if you're different, rock it. You should accept if you're weird, if you're quirky, or whatever. Just be yourself. And Rowan knew exactly the type of people his parents were talking about. Then Rowan asked his parents a question he wasn't sure he was ready to hear the answer to. So let's see what's gonna happen in this book. But don't werewolves eat people? So he's asking his parents if they eat people. So Rowan's parents looked a little uncomfortable and said that was a subject for another talk later. But Rowan had a feeling he knew the answer to his question. So the next day he brought his toys and him to recess. And this time nobody dared to mess with him because they looked at him. So, because he's a werewolf. Rowan's example inspired his parents to stop hiding who they were too. And from that day on, Rowan and his parents, Rowan and his family lived as their true selves. Everyone else just had to deal with it. So then they show here, basically, they show them showing that they're werewolves. And they said, too bad, society. Too bad, society. We get to be ourselves. If you want to judge, then chose one story, and that story again was called The Changing. So that's what it's called, The Changing. Again, the hand decoration. So nice. So it's an amazing book. It has a lot of stories in it. I will be reading a bunch of stories from this book. Such an amazing book, and I love it, and I hope you loved it. And I love the cover. I think it's super amazing. Such an amazing book, and I love reading. Reading is my favorite thing to do now, and I just love it. So I can't wait to read more of the books, more of this book and other books soon. Before I go, I just want to do some relaxing tapping for you. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the book and find it relaxing. I love you so much.